Hello, everybody. This is Group 10's presentation of policy implementation class. We're going to be talking about the Kotaku program as a bottom-up approach for policy implementation, a practice in Indonesia. The content includes background, program details, analysis of the program, and conclusion.
So the background of this program is one of the goals for the growth of residential area in the 2015 until 2019 RPJMN is to reduce urban slum settlement to 0 hectares by managing around 38,000 hectares of slum area. As a result, over the next 5 years, all projects at the Directorate General Cipta Karya will be concentrated on realizing habitable settlements to achieve 0 hectare of slum without displacing them. Therefore, they initiated the development of a collaborative platform to realize habitable settlement through the Kotaku Program. Okay, so the sources of financing for the Kotaku program came from the central government, provincial government, district or city government, non-government organization, and other stakeholders, as well as from government development partner institutions. Next slide, please.
So the objective of the Kotaku program is pretty simple. There are 5 main objectives. First is to reduce the size of slum area to 0 hectare. Second is to establish a working group on housing and settlement areas at the district and city level in dealing with slums that are functioning properly. Third is to create an institutionalized plan for handling slums at the city and district level and the community level through regional medium-term development plan. Fourth is to increase the income of low-income communities through the provision of infrastructure and activities to improve community livelihoods. And finally, the implementation of joint regulation as an effort to change the behavior of clean and healthy living in the community to prevent further slums.
So there are 3 different operational stages. So first one is the preparation, which consists of socialization, determining the target district or cities, policy development, and institutional strengthening. And moving on to the planning, there are the preparation for the document and technical plans. And lastly, the implementation includes the government budget management, detailed engineering design, establishment and supervision, socialization, education, and training for the community. So these are the example of program activities. The example include the community participation and another infrastructure development that help the community to live a better life.
So here are the 7 fundamental principles that held or used as a reference for implementing the Kotaku program. By virtue of these principles, we came into a conclusion where this program is considered as bottom-up approach because these principles meet the characteristics of the bottom-up approach. Here are the characteristics. The first one is participatory, as drawn from the fourth principle above. This program emphasizes a participative way of implementation by making local level government and street level bureaucrats within a different organizational settings as the main character in this program to fully maintain this particular program. The second one is local democracy. The indigenous people could set their development program based on their own values, standards, and plans because the policy making is decentralized. This is reflected by the principle number 1 and 6. The last one will be concerted management. The policy is fully managed by the local officials together with LSM or NGOs and other related stakeholders to provide a richer output and outcome. And this is reflected by the principle number 2, 3, and 5. However, there are possible impediments for the implementation of this policy. The first one is overlap inputs due to the number of stakeholders that is involved in the policymaking process. And the second one is acquisitiveness of local officials. This condition is extremely possible to happen between officials in the local government and NGOs, and other stakeholders. And last but not least, the conclusion. This type of policy will eventually lead to a more comprehensive output and outcome. Thus, the public policy will be more profitable for the region because they deal with uncertainties and work pressures in the real realm. In a nutshell, the Indonesian government, ministries, and other related institutions could increase programs and policies such as the Kotaku program, not only addressing and solve the problem from one perspective, but including other perspectives from stakeholders in related areas to provide a more substantive output and outcome. Okay, so I think that's all from our group presentation. Thank you very much for the attention and time.
4